What's up, Flexio fan? My name is Destiny, and I am here to bring you a 30-minute advanced flow today. We're going lower body focus. Of course, we'll still get in some abs, but it's time to get started. Don't forget to look at the left-hand side of your screen as we're moving through this for your spring options. You can always hit the up arrow for something a little more challenging or the down arrow for something a little bit nicer. With that being said, let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and hook on our springs for single leg footwork here. If you are 5'9" or taller, I recommend gearing out by lifting up your gear bar and dragging the carriage and the bar out one and then setting it back down in place. Your headrest can be up or down, that is totally up to you. Take your pick and then let's lie down on our back. All right. We are gonna start with some coordinated footwork right off the bat. So if your brain is somewhere else, it's time to bring your brain here, is what I always like to say. We're gonna find parallel heels on our foot bar. Your feet are about 2 fist distance apart, your ankles are flexed, and your arms are long down by your sides. From here, you're gonna bring your right leg up to tabletop, and here we go. We take an inhale to prepare. On your exhale, you're gonna push your carriage all the way out. As you push away with your left leg, your right leg extends straight up towards the ceiling. Your legs should look like the letter L, and both of your ankles should still be flexed. Then inhale as you bend your left knee to bring the carriage in. Your right knee bends back to tabletop for 10. Let's push it out for 9. And in. Right leg is going as straight as possible, 7. And if this is too much, you can always just keep your right leg in tabletop the whole time. But I like the hamstring stretch that I'm getting here. We are in our neutral pelvis. Your pubic bone is tilted down ever so slightly so that your hip bones are pointed straight up towards the ceiling like headlights. Or you can imagine you're balancing a cup of water on your pelvis. There's a tiny little gap in between your low back and the carriage, but as you push out, you're using your exhale to knit your ribs together and down. We've got 3 more here. Inhale in, exhale, push 2. All the way out on this last one, and we'll bend to bring it in. From here, let's switch out our foot. Right heel comes to the foot bar, bring your left leg up to tabletop. Flex your ankles, inhale here, and exhale, push all the way out for 10. And in, exhale, 9. With our single leg footwork, we're getting into our obliques a little bit more because those are the muscles that are helping us stabilize here. 5. 4, 3, 2, push all the way out, 1, and bend to bring it in. Let's find parallel toes next here. Parallel toes, and here comes a lot more coordination. From here, let's bring our right leg up to tabletop. You have a tiny lift in your left heel. You're gonna push this all the way out, and then take your right toes and point them underneath the foot bar, bend to bring it in. So we're going back to our starting position. Left knee is bent with your toes on the foot bar, and your right leg is long underneath your foot bar. We're going développé here. When you're ready, développé here. When you're ready, inhale to prepare. On your exhale, you push out, right leg comes up to tabletop. Extend your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Your right leg will lower down to tap the foot bar. Your right leg will lift back up. You bend your knee to tabletop, and then you thread it under the foot bar on the way in, back where we started. We have 9 more just like that. Exhale, push, find tabletop. Extend it up. Straight leg taps the foot bar, straight leg lifts, bend to tabletop, and thread it under. We have 8. Let it flow. It might take you a while to catch the drift here, but once it does, it's gonna be so nice to just let it go. You don't have to think about it too much. It's okay if you do to start though. You're thinking about lifting and tapping with control. That way you're not kicking your foot up. Try to keep your tailbone anchored down the whole time. And again, our left heel is slightly lifted. We have 5. And 4. Tap, lift, bend, and thread it under. 3. For 2. Last one. Tap, up, bend, thread it under, push out and bring your right leg to tabletop, and then bend to bring it all the way home. Nice Nice job. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Right toes are on the foot bar, left leg to tabletop. Push out just so that you can find your left leg underneath the foot bar. And this is our starting position. When you're ready, inhale to prepare, exhale, push it out, left leg to tabletop. Extend it straight up towards the ceiling. Tap the foot bar, lift with the straight leg, then bend to tabletop and bring it all the way home. Here we go, we've got 9, push, tabletop, extend it up, straight leg taps, straight leg lifts, bend and thread it under for 8. Focus on what you're doing. And 7. When you push away with your right toes, you're pushing from your big toe, second toe, to keep your ankle as neutral as possible. We don't want to roll out to our pinkies because then our ankle will also roll out. Let's go for 3. And 2. Last one, tabletop, extend, tap, lift, bend, thread it under, push all the way out. Find tabletop with your left leg to bring it all the way home. Woo, hopefully that wasn't too much for your brain. We got one more. This one won't be as crazy, promise. Let's find Pilates V on your toes. Heels together, toes apart with your toes on the foot bar. From here, take your right ankle and cross it right on top of your left. Inhale here on your exhale, keeping your hips as stable as possible. You're gonna push out and extend your right leg out to a high diagonal. Then bend to bring it in and cross your ankles for 10. You're only opening your right leg out as much as you can keep your hips down. If you feel like your left hip is lifting, it means you've gone too far out. Bring it in a little bit and then bend it in. You wanna be honest with yourself here so that we can build on our mobility and our range here. If our hips are lifting, we're using the wrong muscles to help us here. So be honest with yourself. Eventually, the more we do this, the more you'll be able to get it out further without moving your hips or using your hips to compensate. 5. We're gonna hold it out in 4. 3, 2. On this next one, you push it out and hold. Let's go calf raises here. Your right leg is gonna do the same thing as your left. So as you lower your left heel, can you flex your right ankle? Then as you lift your left heel, point your right toes. 10 and 9. Square off your hips if they shifted. 8, 7, 6. Get your full range of motion, whatever that means for you. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one. And bend to bring it in. Other side. Reset by finding Pilates V on your toes again. This time your left ankle comes on top of your right. Inhale to prepare on your exhale, push away with your right leg, left leg opens out to that high diagonal and bend it in for 10. Hips stay anchored. 9, 8. Keeping external rotation with both of your hips for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Push it all the way out, hold on 1. We flex and point with our calf raises. Lower your right heel, flex your left ankle. Lift your right heel, point your left toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Bend to bring it all the way in. You can rock your calves over the foot bar, side to side, up and down. Give a little calf massage. Release that out. And we're gonna roll up to change our springs. So you're gonna drape your legs over the foot bar, hooking the back of your knees right over the foot bar, and then pull your heels in towards you, arms up, inhale to prepare, exhale slowly, no momentum. Nod your chin to your chest to roll all the way up. Your arms will reach up and back at the top, get that stretch, and let's swivel our legs off to the side to change our springs. If you're geared out, you're gonna go ahead and gear yourself back in. And then we will come back down onto our back here. We're going supine arms or hands in straps. So on your back, make sure you've got some space between you and your shoulder blocks. Then reach back and grab your short loops. Your arms come straight up towards the ceiling. You get a little tension on your straps, and then you bring your legs up to tabletop. We're going for a round of our 100. You take an inhale here. On your exhale, you're gonna lower your arms, chest lift, and extend both legs out. You're stretching your toes over the foot bar. You're reaching your arms forward towards the foot bar. You're gonna stay lifted this high as you pump your arms without moving the carriage for your 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 50. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Bend your knees to tabletop. Bend your elbows like triceps, your little T-Rex arms, and relax your head. See if you can hold this position as a little active recovery here. Inhale, and exhale. We're going coordination next. We take an inhale here. On your exhale, can you extend your arms and your legs and chest lift, hold. Just as wide as the foot bar, your legs will open, close. Your knees will bend to tabletop first. Then as your elbows bend, your head goes down. We have 9. Reach, open, close. Knees first, then elbows and head for 8. And 7. As you extend your arms, your palms face down, almost like you're high-fiving the carriage, so that our wrists stay flat. No bent wrists here. See if you can curl up a little higher for these last 5. Get up, yes. And 4. Lots of coordination today. Give me 3, 2, last one. We'll bend our knees, bend your elbows. Let's reset here by bringing our arms straight up towards the ceiling. Big finish here. You're gonna lower your arms, chest lift, hold, extend your legs straight up. Now just your legs. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. For 10, double leg, lift and lower. 9. You're looking at your knees. 8, to protect your neck. 7. 6. See if you can reach for the foot bar a little bit more. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Bend your knees, arms up, head down, and your feet can find the foot bar. Beautiful job. Woo, little ab burn. All right, we're warm, we're nice and ready. We're gonna go feet in straps next. Let's stretch out our legs, stretch out our hips a little bit more before we get into the tough stuff. We're gonna start with our frogs here. Heels together, toes apart. You're in a turned out tabletop position. Arms long down by your sides. Find your neutral by tilting your pubic bone down and pushing your ribs together and down, the back of your ribs. Hold that. As you inhale here, exhale, push. 10. Knees bend to tabletop and extend. 9. 8. The goal with feet in straps is to keep our pelvis as stable as possible as our legs move. You want to be mindful that your heels are staying in line with your knees as they bend and extend. Try not to let your heels drop towards your hamstrings. You're imagining dragging your heels in across a flat tabletop and pushing them out across that same tabletop. As you push out, you're zipping up your high inner thighs and squeezing your legs together. We've got 3 and 2. We'll push it all the way out on a 1. We're gonna take it into what I like to call Peter Pan here. So your legs are long in your Pilates V. Your right leg is gonna open straight out to the side as your left knee bends wide. You're trying to keep your heels on the same plane here. From here, you push back to where you started. Straighten your legs towards the foot bar in your Pilates V, and then you'll switch. Left leg goes straight out to the side as your right knee bends wide, and then push. Again, you're trying to keep your pelvis as stable as possible. As we move through this, you should feel a nice stretch through your inner thighs on the open, and then work for your inner thighs as you zip. Squeeze, open, inhale, exhale, zip. We'll go 1 more each side. You'll zip that up, and then we're going hip circles. We are going 10 in each direction. So it's inhale, legs up, keep your Pilates V. Keep your carriage still as your legs open out to the sides, and then press down to circle around. Try to find that stability in your carriage as you split at the top, and then zip to close. Keeping our circles continuous for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next time your legs are up, you're gonna reverse. Press down, circle out, up, keep the carriage still to zip. 10. Press down, circle out, up, find stability to close. 8, 7, and 6. I find that finding that stability in your carriage forces you to use your hips a little bit more instead of just going through the motion. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't feel as great, but it's better for your hips this way. Give me 3, 2, last 1. Beautiful. We'll press our legs down halfway. We can find parallel here, and we're gonna take it, or first of all, if your headrest is up, you're gonna reach back and lower your headrest all the way down. We're gonna take this into short spine. Short spine is an inversion. So if we have osteoporosis, any neck issues, or are pregnant, we're just gonna do some leg lifts and lowers here. Otherwise, short spine, here we come. Headrest is all the way down, your hands are flat down by your sides. You're gonna take your straight legs up and over your forehead. So you're kind of folding your body in half as much as you can. If you can hit the stopper, you're gonna feel the tap of the carriage to the stopper. That's what we're looking for. Once you've felt the tap, you're gonna push into your hands and lift your hips up high. Keeping your hips up high, find Pilates V at the top and bend your knees straight down towards your shoulders. Now keep your knees bent as you suck your abs in to lay your spine down 1 bone at a time. Your legs should come down. Once your tailbone touches down, you push your legs out towards the foot bar and then bring your toes and heels together, back to parallel to start again. Here we go, it's up and over. Don't lift too fast. First, feel the carriage tap the stopper or get your toes as far over your face as you can. Push into your hands, lift, heels together, toes apart. Bend your knees straight down and roll your spine down. Find your spine articulation to help you on the way down. So short spine massage. You should be thinking about feeling a little massage of your low back as you roll down one vertebrae at a time. Enjoy the stretch and then push it out. If this is not feeling good, again, you can go your lifts and lowers here. Really use your abs on the way down. We'll go for 2 more here. Last one. All the way down. We'll push it out and then we'll bend our knees to carefully take our feet out of the straps. You'll hang up the long loops behind you and drape your legs over the foot bar. Arms straight up, inhale to prepare. Exhale, slowly nod your chin to your chest. Big stretch at the top and swivel your legs off to the side to change your springs. Hopefully that felt good. We're gonna change our springs here. And we're gonna meet kneeling facing the foot bar with your feet up against the shoulder blocks. We have our knee stretch series coming up next. This is one of my faves for your quads, also abs though. So, to get us into position here, you're seated with your glutes on top of your heels, your feet are up against the shoulder blocks. You're gonna bring your hands to the foot bar and I want you to push away from the foot bar with your arms. Your chest is up, your neck is long. Now, with your arms, they're gonna find this sensation of pushing the foot bar away the whole time. From here, we're gonna tuck our tailbone and we're gonna lift our glutes off of our heels just about 3 inches. From here, only your legs are gonna move. You're gonna inhale, use your knees to push your carriage back just past your hip crease, so your knees go just past your hip crease, and then on your exhale, you scoop with your lower abs to drag it in with power. Notice we're pushing the foot bar away. Inhale, knees glide back just past your hip crease, and then exhale, drag your knees back underneath you. Give me 9. It's power on the way in. 8 and 7. Let's go a little bit faster. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. If you're feeling it not so much in your quads, you can always hit that up arrow. I promise you'll feel it. From here, we're gonna go into the same thing, but now around back. So sit your glutes to your heels, push away with your arms, nod your chin to your chest, and dome your spine. Your glutes should lift up because of the roundness of your spine. You're looking between your inner thighs. Inhale, glide your knees back just past your hip crease. Exhale, drag it in. 10. Upper body stays still. 9. A little faster. 8, 7, 6, 5. Can you round your spine more? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay, here comes the most challenging of the 3. It's flat back with knees off. So, let's start. Seated with our glutes to our heels. Push away with your arms. Tuck your tailbone. Lift your glutes off your heels just a couple inches. From here, you're gonna lift this whole shape up. Lift your knees up 2 inches. Same thing, knees go back just past your hip crease and then you drag it underneath you. Notice as I drag it under, my heels are hovering over, or my glutes are hovering over my heels. 9. A little faster, we go 8, 7, 6, keep pushing away with your arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your knees down, and you should be so proud of yourself because you just did what I think is the toughest Pilates exercise on the reformer. Proud of you. All right, from here, let's change our springs. We're gonna step off and let's grab our box. We're gonna put our box on the long ways. Once your box comes on, we're gonna be on our hands and knees on the box facing back. So facing your risers where your ropes are coming out of. We're gonna take the right long loop and put it around the arch of our right foot. If that's challenging for you to do, you can always bring your foot to the carriage and kind of swivel your toes off, hook it on that way, then point your toes to the floor so it doesn't come off. There's lots of ways to get into that. It can be a little confusing though. Once we're here, your hands are at the front edge of your carriage. Your hands are at the front edge of your carriage. You're gonna bring both of your knees to the bottom right corner of your box. Your left knee is gonna stay where it is, and then you're gonna point your right toes down to the ground. Push into your arms so you're not dumping in your shoulders, and give me the tiniest tuck of your tailbone. We take an inhale to prepare. On your exhale, right leg is gonna go straight up behind you, and then bring it straight back down on the side of the carriage. 10, 9, 8. So this is obviously legs and glute work, but you're gonna feel this a lot in your obliques. For 7, sneaky obliques here. And 6. Now your spring is supposed to be pretty light here. If you go too fast, you're gonna see your rope is getting slack. We're trying not to do that. So you're moving with control as you lift it up and down. 5, 4, see if you can hold it up there for a second. 3, your gaze is at that top frame of your reformer. For 2, on this next one, you're gonna send it up and hold. Come down onto your left forearm. Turn your right toes out to the right, and then bend your right knee up high towards your shoulder. Push it out and in towards the midline of your body. 10. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. If you're feeling it in that bottom leg, that is completely normal. 4. That's what's holding you up in this position. 3. Full body work here. For 2, your shoulders are also helping to keep you propped up here. Extend it out, hold. See if you can come back onto your palms and then bring your right leg straight down to the side of the carriage. Your right knee is slightly behind your left, and we're gonna keep the carriage still as we lift it up to the side for 10, 9, 8, 7. There's tension on your strap. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Take it off. You can bang out your glute if you need to. And when you're ready, let's do the same thing on the other side. Grab your left long loop and put it around the arch of your left foot. I hope you felt that in your obliques. Also your glutes. Bring both of your knees to the bottom left corner this time. Your hands are to the front edge of your box. Point your left toes down to the ground. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, left leg goes straight up for 10. With control, remember, no slack. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On this next one, you send it up and hold. Come down onto your right forearm. Turn your left toes out to the side. You bend your knee up high towards your shoulder and push. 10. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. 9. Try to get your leg all the way out there. Find a length. 7. 6. 5. You're killing it. We've got 4. 3, totally normal if this side is feeling different than the other side. 2, hold it out on 1. Come back onto your palms carefully. Straight leg comes down. Your left knee is slightly behind your right. There's tension on your strap. Keep the carriage still to lift it up to the side. 10, out to the left, give me 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, a little higher, give me 3, 2, and 1. You can take it off. Carefully bring your carriage back to the stopper and step off to the side. We're gonna finish with one of my favorite exercises. I know I say this every time. This one feels so good, especially after what we just did. It's called semicircle. Go ahead and change your springs. Okay, the setup for this one looks a little bit crazy. Don't you worry though, it's gonna feel really good. Promise. Okay, so we're gonna start seated. We're gonna start seated on our carriage. You're gonna push away and bring your feet to this bottom rail underneath your foot bar. From here, you're gonna bring your hands to the front edge of your carriage or slightly behind you. Lift your hips up and glide the carriage out from underneath you. I know this is funky. Your carriage is right now hitting your low back. From here, crawl down onto your forearms, lift your hips up and slide it out a little bit more. From here, lie all the way down. Bring your hands to the shoulder blocks with your fingertips pointed out to the sides, and then you're gonna shimmy yourself down until your arms are completely straight. Perfect, we've got our upper body set up. From here, you're gonna step your feet up to the foot bar and find Pilates V on your toes. Then drop your hips all the way down. If you can touch the spring down there with your glutes, find it, touch it, that's awesome. Then bend your knees, bring it in as much as you can. If being in this position is way too much, you can do it like a regular bridge with your head on the headrest and Pilates V toes on the foot bar. Here we go. We're gonna push the carriage out just 3/4 of the way. You're gonna tuck your pelvis up towards the ceiling and articulate up to your bridge. Keeping your hips high, you're gonna drag yourself in. See if you can get your hips up a little higher on the way in, and make sure your knees are hugging the midline of your body. Inhale here and then exhale, roll it down one bone at a time. If your glutes can touch the spring, that's the goal down there, let it drop. And now let's find our flow. We have 5 more. You push it out, you tuck and roll it up. You drag yourself in, get your hips up higher, and then roll it down. You should feel a nice stretch through your hip flexors, you're getting your spinal articulation, but also your glutes and hamstrings are working to lift you up and drag you in. Down and out, and roll up and drag it in for 3. Let it flow down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. Last one, down, out, up, and in. And of course, there's a reverse. You're gonna push the carriage out 3/4 of the way, not all the way. Roll down one bone at a time. Can your glutes touch the spring? Drag it in and then roll it up. 5 more, push it out. Roll it down, drag it in and up. Push out, down, in, and up. 3. Okay, now it's starting to burn a little. It's still an exercise, even though it feels good. We are feeling it. Last one, up, out, down, drag yourself in, and unfortunately there's no pretty way to get out of this one. You're gonna shimmy yourself back up in between your shoulder blocks. Whew. And you did that. Go ahead and roll off to the side. And let's meet standing. And let's meet standing for our final roll down. When you're ready, inhale, arms go all the way up. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest, dive all the way down. Letting everything hang heavy at the bottom, hug your elbows, gently rock side to side. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Release your hands, give me a soft bend in your knees. Inhale, and exhale, slowly restack your spine. At the top, one more inhale. Arms go all the way up. Grab lots of love, lots of gratitude at the top. and bring it down to heart center. Amazing work. Thank you so much for moving with me today. Don't forget to look at your My Results tab. You'll find your MQS there. Remember, you should be in the zone of progress, which is a score between 50 and 80, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.